Christmas bells are already ringing at the Hallmark Channel. They're looking for amateur bakers for a new cooking competition. Christmas Cookie Countdown will have 5 episodes featuring home bakers. Auditions for the show are in Los Angeles at the end of July. The winner of the competition takes home $25,000, and that's a lot of dough.
I see what you did there.
We are less than 24 hours away from Independence Day, and that means the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest. Contestants for the annual 4th of July event will be weighed in later today. Champion Joey Chestnut will be back to defend his title once again. Last year, he ate 74 hot dogs in just 10 minutes.
Wow.
The defending women's champion, Miki Soto, ate 37 hot dogs.
I think you could beat that record, Randy.
No, I like to savor my hot dogs. One at a time.
Did you watch this game yesterday? Yeah, Team USA, they're moving on to the finals of the World Cup. This comes after yesterday's big win against England, 2-1. It was a pretty close match. Now, even though the game was close, striker Alex Morgan's celebration sent the internet into quite a frenzy. She stopped and acted like she was taking a sip of tea, which seemed like she was just trolling her opponents. It's kind of funny. Well, we're seeing some mixed reactions on social media about that moment. Twitter handle To Tell the Truth says, "We are so disrespectful that it's pathetic."
Oh.
However, Pierre Bowl, is that how I say that person's name?
Sure.
All right, he responded saying, "Nah, they're just having fun, kind of like the guys do."
Yeah.
I think it's hyperbole.
Hyperbole?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Hyperbole, I get it now.
Play on
I really
words.
botched that
Play on
one.
words.
No, it's
That's
okay.
all right. I enjoyed the celebration. Made me smile.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It made me laugh.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to talk a little smack in sports.
Why
Just
not?
a little bit.
Why
Just
not?
a little bit.
We
It's
do it
not
here
like
all
she
the
said
time.
anything offensive.
You're
Yeah.
watching today in St. Louis.
Just 10 days after Officer Langsdorff is shot and killed, another shooting at the same place.
What we know about the multiple victims and the suspect, I'll explain ahead.
The support is still pouring in. How St. Louisans are ensuring Officer Langsdorff's family isn't forgotten during this time of grief.
It's not the 4th of July special you'd typically think of. The creative post police are sharing to get an important message across.
Chance of storms today and through the holiday weekend. I am timing out those rain chances on Futurecast.
I'm super thankful that my feet hit the ground. I'll have like a 5-minute pity party and then I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Defying the odds, staying strong, surviving the fight. This woman has done it all. I'll introduce you to this incredible woman and explain how you can save lives just like hers.
You're watching Today in St. Louis.
Good morning, everybody. Are you ready for the 4th of July? This morning, we're asking you, what's your favorite thing to do? Maybe it's watch the fireworks, have a barbecue with some friends and family. Let us know. How are you going to celebrate the 4th of July?
Just use the hashtag Tissel. We'll read through your comments in just a little bit.
We want to take a live look outside to see how things are shaping up in just a second. There we are. This is outside. Look, the Arch grounds are getting ready for Fair St. Louis, speaking of the fireworks. That looks like a magnificent sight right there. It's going to be
a great
hopping
time.
tomorrow.
It's going to be hopping, and a lot of people are going to be down there. Once again, we will encourage you to hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. As you know from last year,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can be overcome by heat very quickly.
I learned that the hard way thanks to my photojournalist, Kenny, who grabbed me just in time before I passed out, but I was okay. But a good reminder, though, to stay hydrated and get out of the heat when it's too much.
I remember that, definitely. Got to be careful out there in dealing with that heat and humidity. And Fair St. Louis, a notoriously great time, but also very hot usually too. So that's something you'll be dealing with if you're heading down to the fair or any of the fireworks shows and other fairs going on in St. Louis this weekend. Look how warm we are, still a 77 at this early hour. We're also dodging a couple showers in the area, trying to pop off. For the most part, it's a quiet start to the day, a warm start too. And we'll be watching thunderstorms into the afternoon once again. Yeah, similar to what we saw last couple of days. In a couple minutes, we'll have the full breakdown of that forecast. Right now, let's break down those roads where it is a quiet beginning to the day. Anthony's got the morning off. I'm watching those traffic sensors across the area, and they continue to bring the good news this morning. Not much to talk about there. So we'll get a couple drive times going here, coming in from Illinois across the westbound 270 across the chain of rocks. No delays this morning. The opposite direction looking good as well. Back to you, Tim.
Thanks, Chester. We continue to follow breaking news out of Wellston. A quadruple shooting very close to the same store where North County Cooperative Officer Michael Langsdorf was shot and killed.
We go straight now to our Ryan Henson, who is live at the North County Cooperative headquarters. And Ryan, do police have any leads at this time on the shooter?
Yes, they do have a lead, but no suspects in custody right now. This is where the community's help is going to come into play. Take a close look at this person on your screen. This is the alleged gunman right here, according to police. That's a picture from surveillance video, it appears to be. Now, this person allegedly shot 4 people in Wellston just before midnight last night, and here's a picture of his car as well. It's unknown where those victims were hit, but they have non-life-threatening injuries. In fact, after being shot, they drove themselves to Barnes Jewish Hospital to make sure that they were okay. This happened really close to the same market where Officer Michael Langsdorf was shot and killed over a week ago. Scary situation for the community. Obviously, more violence that they really don't want to see. So if you recognize this alleged gunman right here, please reach out to North County Cooperative, help them with this investigation. Reporting live, Ryan Henson, back to you.
Breaking overnight, a shooting in East St. Louis on Caseyville Avenue. St. Clair County officials are reporting at least 2 people were shot. It happened late last night. We do not know the extent of their injuries, though, but we are working to get more information.
We have some nasty crashes from overnight to tell you about. This one happened in North St. Louis. Look at that car. It's wedged underneath a semi-truck. This happened around 3 in the morning. We're told the driver lost control and swerved under the 18-wheeler. 3 women were inside, but everyone seems to be okay. Another nasty crash happened closer to midnight. This is also in North St. Louis on Labadie. 2 cars were involved. One of them ended up in someone's front yard and hit their bushes. No word on if anyone was hurt in that crash. And a similar story just minutes later near SLU's campus. Both cars in this crash got pretty smashed up. You can see the car getting towed away. Police haven't released any information about injuries or what caused that collision.
Developing this morning, a second person is now charged in the murder of Officer Michael Langsdorf. Kawan Smith is facing a second-degree murder charge. He turned himself in on Tuesday night. Prosecutors say he wrote the bad check that the gunman, Benet Meeks, tried to cash at the Wellston Market. Meeks is charged with first-degree murder.
I'm Jenna Barnes at Cybergs in South St. Louis. Check out this crowd. All of these people are here to support the family of Officer Michael Langsdorf. All 9 locations in the Cybergs family held a fundraiser Tuesday. At this one location, they served 2,200 people, all proceeds going to the family.
A touching show of support for the Langsdorf family. Hockey stars from our hometown, Pat Maroon and Chris Weidman, paid their respects to Officer Michael Langsdorf on Tuesday. Maroon played for the Stanley Cup champion Blues. Weidman is with the Florida Panthers. Both grew up in our area. The St. Louis Hero Network posted this picture of the 2 visiting the family of the fallen officer.
This 4th of July special is trending this morning, and it's probably not what you were expecting. Illinois State Police posting these pictures overnight. Their caption reads, "Troopers are offering free rides to a small variety of rooms to those who make poor decisions and drive drunk." They're calling it the Gray Bar Hotel. They say that you have numerous unwanted roommates at no extra charge. Well, this post already has hundreds of comments, thousands of reactions, and the shares just keep growing. A lot of people thinking this is pretty funny, but the important message still there: don't drink and drive, folks.
Yeah, I think that's what people have to understand. I think what the police are trying to do is have a little fun with a real situation, just to make people understand that if you're busted and get arrested, this is where you're going to go.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. By the way, AAA offers Tipsy Towing. They'll drive anyone, members and non-members, within a 10-mile radius if you're too drunk to drive. And that's a pretty good option to have.
Yeah, that is good to have.
Yeah, otherwise get a taxi or a Lyft or an Uber or something.
Or just stay home and have a good time.
All right, Chester, what's the one thing we need to know about the weather this morning?
I think